Alright, what's up YouTube? I'm really pumped right now because this is my very first recorded Wi-Fi battle to upload my channel. It's against Duckblade from Marriland forums, so let's get it on. I lead off with my Alakazam. It's designed to take down a few opposing leads in OU. Swampert is one of them. And he wasn't expecting the energy ball, but I'm like, ha! I got it, and you're going down, even though I'd rather have Grass Knot, but I don't. And he dies, and that means no rocks. And that's always good. And seeing Skarmory, I switch into Magneto, trying to Magnet Pull trap him, but he's got that Shed Shell. So I use a taunt, meant for Skarmory, and it still hits Blissey. So that's not bad, but it also means he's got SkarmBliss combo, and that is bad. And I know his Blissey has to attack, and nothing he can do is going to be a huge threat to Starmie, so I go for the trick, figuring he probably won't suspect Starmie to trick him. But I do get him with it, and that sticks his Blissey with a Choice Scarf, so he's effectively crit from the start of the game. I decide to save Starmie because I know he can take another Spike Switch in and save him for later. Bring in Hippowdon to try to take a Seismic Toss instead of Stealth Rock, but instead he pulls the Switch 2 and brings out an Latias, which is either going to Draco Meteor, Surf, or Trick. I hope it's not Trick, switching into Magneto, but unfortunately he's just like, well, I'll see your Scarf Trick onto my special wall and raise you a Choice Scarf tricked onto your special wall. I'm like, oh, well, crap. Now we're even. And this effectively cripples Magneto because it is a Gravity, Zap Cannon, Earth Power, Taunting Probopass, so I need to switch moves, but now I can't. So I go for a Zap Cannon, and he brings in Blissey, which Zap Cannon wouldn't have done anything even if it did hit, because it would have done very little damage, and Paralysis would have been negated by his Natural Cure when he switched out. So I bring in Toxicroak, and he Soft Boils, and that's great, because now he's stuck on it, and I get a Focus Punch on whatever he wants to switch in, or if he keeps in that Blissey. And he doesn't keep in the Blissey, which is a shame. Brings in something Resist Focus Punch, and yeah, he doesn't take it as well as I'm guessing he wanted to, and that's good, because now I think I'm going to be able to finish him off with a Sucker Punch, because it's a Trick set, so he's either going to Trick or attack. He's not going to Trick and take my Black Sludge and give me leftovers. So I do go for the Sucker Punch, and he does attack, and it takes him down, which is great. Crazy Frog isn't going to be all that useful in this match because I can't substitute, or I can substitute, but I won't be able to heal because my own Sandstorm's going to negate my Black Sludge, but whatever. So I see that Celebi, and I'm thinking, oh, Thunder Wave, or Leech Seed, so I substitute to avoid it. And then I'm like, what? U-turn? Is he Scarfed? And he's faster than me, so that made me suspect he was Scarfed, and he was carrying a physical move. And I don't usually see that very often. I just assume too many walls, especially because I see the SkarmBliss combo, so I'm assuming, oh, wall team, Celebi. But surprisingly, no. So he sends back in Skarmory, one half of the duo that's currently causing a major stall war, and I hit it with a Focus Punch, and he didn't Whirlwind. I was surprised. He decided to go for the sub. And that critical hit leaves me with a decision. Do I want to predict his roost and Focus Punch to kill him, or do I want to just play it safe? And I do decide to play it safe because I couldn't afford to lose Toxicroak right there. If I Focus Punched, I would have ended this stall war right here and just destroyed that Skarmory, but I didn't. So I used Starmie just to scout, and well, he roosted. So Salamence is Specs, and he's gonna go for a Fire Blast on Skarmory, but he's gonna miss on Blissey. And once again, Blissey is his special wall, so that really didn't matter, even when he Scarfed, because he could still just recover any pitiful damage I did with a Fire Blast. Again, I bring in Hippowdon, actually predicting a Thunder Wave, and I don't get it. So now I'm going to set up Stealth Rock. He misses Toxic, and that does suck, but, you know, I missed a Fire Blast and something else. I don't know, but whatever. So I set up a Stealth Rock. He brings in Celebi. I'm not going to risk him Grass Knotting or Leaf Storming, whatever the Choice Scarf sets like to carry. So I go into my special wall, and I do get the Psychic, and it doesn't do very much because Resistance and a special wall and Rock type and a Sandstorm, you get it. So, stupidly, I decided to use a Zap Cannon on what I knew was going to be a Blissey switch in, and I hit him, and it paralyzed him, but again, that doesn't matter. And I don't know why I used it in the first place, because, I mean, what was I going to do? Paralyze a Natural Cure Celebi? I don't know what I was thinking here. So, I know he's going to Soft Boil now. And I go back to Hippowdon, really just desperately trying to come up with something to destroy this annoying combination that he's currently walling me with. And I'm going to go for Roar right here because I know he's not going to stay in. And he does decide to switch. He brings in a dangerous Celebi from my Hippowdon. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Go away, Roar. Great. So he takes Stealth Rock damage, and his Blissey takes Stealth Rock damage, which is all I can really hope for right now. And I'm thinking he's going to predict a Roar. He's not going to switch again, so I go for an Earthquake this time to try to hit Blissey. And, well, he pulls in something that is immune to Earthquake, and that's embarrassing. So I facepalm, and I'm like, wow, he's really kind of raping me on predictions right now. So I decide to do something that he doesn't know I've got. Bring back in Magneto. I know he's going to Roost, so I've got a free turn to do that. And right now, rather than go for a Zap Cannon again, I decide to go for a Gravity with my one move that I can use because I'm Choice Scarfed. Expecting Blissey to come back in, I was planning to use Gravity and bring in Hippowdon and just Earthquake his Skarmory Blissey combination and hopefully hit his Skarmory. And instead he brings in Celebi. So I'm like, okay, I bring in Salamence to try to take... I think I was expecting to resist a Grass move with my Dragon flying, but he does go for Earth Power, which would have hurt Probopass pretty bad. And unfortunately, my own Gravity works against me right here, because Salamence takes a beating from Earth Power and Spikes and Sandstorm. And I go for a Draco Meteor, which can no longer miss because it's in Sandstorm. And he brings that Blissey in, and I was a little worried at first, because it's a special wall. But judging by how much this did, even though I'm Specs, it looks like most of his investment is in defense. So that's good, because another Draco Meteor is going to kill him, and I'm going to finally put an end to this little stally little Blissey that he's got. Because that Draco Meteor is not going to miss, and he's not going to survive that, even with my special attack drop. So that's great. Now his Blissey's dead. That's really the end of the Stall War. Now we're getting down to the fighting. And he brings in this Heracross. And I didn't want to stay in on it, because, well, I don't know, I was afraid he was going to be Scarfed or something that he'd be able to outspeed me and kill me. So I sent in Magneto, really as death fodder, to scout what he's going to do. He's got a Toxic Orb, so that's pretty cool set. I give him props for that. That's like a Facade Heracross, I'm guessing. And he just murders Magneto like I expected him to with a close combat. And I know that Alakazam is faster than him now because he's not Scarfed. And I just sent in Alakazam to finish him off with a Psychic. And I'm going to outspeed him because it's Alakazam. And that's great because now he's only got 2 left. And just like I think he might have been thinking still at this point that I was Scarfed or Specs, but it really didn't matter because both of his people resist Psychic now. And so I do switch moves because I can, because I'm Expert Belted, and hit him with this Focus Blast. Really, I mean, I guess I was hoping it would kill Skarmory, but I wasn't surprised that it didn't. And then he hits me with the Brave Bird, and I was hoping I'd survive, but once again, I wasn't really surprised that I didn't. Because that's why, that right there is a good example of why Alakazam is UU, because he can hit really hard, and he's really fast, but he gets flicked and he dies. So, at this point, Salamence can take out his both his last guys with the Dragon Pulse because he's Specs. And right here, this is a good reason why if he had gotten that Stealth Rock off with Swampert in the beginning, Salamence wouldn't be able to switch in like he has been. He'd be dead from Stealth Rock. Anyway, I was expecting his Celebi to Psychic and take down Salamence and try to get the rest of my guys, but he uses Leaf Storm. Salamence can take him out. Even if he didn't, Toxicroak could have come in and Sucker Punched him to kill. So, regardless, that mistake didn't matter. But good game, Duckblade. Hope to play again sometime soon. Thanks.